James Harden, clearly the front runner for the best shooting guard in the NBA. Arguably in the conversation for the best player in our league. And listen, he's a league leader in scoring a season ago. He's a one-man wrecking crew offensively.
Parker against Beverly. On the wing, Harden. Goes up the baseline. Great D that time from Green. San Antonio's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Marjanovic. Leonard on the wing, covered by Brewer. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Parker. And that misses. That would have put him up.
That's as high percentage as it gets for him. I mean, the defense really has to be mindful of not giving him that kind of space to operate.
And I love the fact that he didn't try to take on the defense by himself. Great pass on the move.
Well, for James Harden, with his incredible regular season last year, Clarkson knew he was in for a great postseason as well.
And it was a bit of a roller coaster for him in the playoff run. I mean, he could vanish one game, but then explode for 40 in the next.
Jason Terry, he's checked in for Houston. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Boris Diaz checked in for Aldridge. Anderson comes in for Leonard. Manu Ginobili's checked in for Daniel Green. And it's Mills in for Parker.
And with Harden in the playoffs, it was an all-or-nothing situation at times. He definitely stole some games for Houston in their run to the conference finals. But, man, did he have a rough one when they were eliminated by the Warriors.
Right side, Terry. Houston needs to get a shot. Howard drives in, and he banks in the layup. Howard's got 10. San Antonio's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory.
And, you know, that tough game for Harden in the conference finals, a dozen turnovers for him, set an NBA record for most turnovers in a playoff game. Not how he wanted to go out, but he showed he can carry a team for stretches during the playoffs.
Beverly wide open, and that comes off the assist by Dwight Howard. He's got 5.
The D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the three-point variety.
And you need the defense to stop the bleeding.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he fixed the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
At the line for your Rockets.
Free throw good, Howard. Monty Eunice is checked in for the Rockets. Reza comes in for Patrick Beverly. And both free throws good for Howard. Spurs trail by 3. Here's Marjanovic. Terry covering. Now here's Mills. Not a lot of room. It's Ginobili on the wing. Out to the right wing. Plenty of space. Mills can't hit.
I tell you what, folks, I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
And it's Terry off the drive. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of...
We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. Rockets leading by 5. On the court right now for the Spurs. Defensive-minded Green and Leonard are the wings. Aldridge out there with Duncan. And it's Mills in at the guard position. Harden's shot is good.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
And, Greg, I have no problem with that. As a matter of fact, I hate to see teams get conservative with the lead. As long as they're good shots, take them. And as long as they're falling, continue to take them.
He feeds it to Monty Eunice. He gives them a double-digit lead.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yep, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Here's Aldridge, and a little luck that time, but it drops.
And this has been purely a display of offense that we're seeing here today.
And, you know, it's only getting better as both of these teams' defenses are starting to show signs of wearing down.
Timeout called the Rockets. And at this point of the game, getting a break here, important for the teams to regroup. And for the players, this is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. Get ready to play strong to finish off the game. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Hey, Kevin. Well, the Rockets coach had some advice for the team over that last break. He wants to make sure they stay assertive and aggressive on the offensive end, saying, I don't want to sit on this lead. Let's build on it and not give them a chance of coming back. Guys?
Shot clock at 6. Inside. And there's the 3-second violation.
Rockets ball.
Rockets leading by 8. Here's Harden.
Oh, my goodness. He's just getting nasty on them now. Wow.
Yeah, now that they've built up a lead, this is when he really breaks out those incredibly slick moves.
Man, like a Ginsu knife, just slicing and dicing.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia. Here's Moniunas. Great D that time from Duncan.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
And here's Beverly. Pass to Moniunas. Back to Beverly. No good off the front iron.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And the call will be against Tony Parker. That's foul number 2 for him. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now.
The second half has it gone nearly as well for him. He'd only had one before the break in terms of turnovers, but that number's growing as this game progresses.
Drills the three-pointer. Now just a 5-point Rocket lead.
Defensively, they can't afford to back off of him that much. You don't want to be giving up easy threes, especially at this stage of the game.
It's off his foot, and they're saying he kicked the ball.
In for the Spurs. Boban Marjanovic. Manu Ginobili.
We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. Howard, the pass to Harden. Over in the corner, Beverly. 6 to shoot. This one for 3. Another miss by Houston.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
Ginobili with the ball. And it's Harden picking him up. They grab their own miss. Aldridge. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Now just a 3-point Houston lead. Houston's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Beverly dishes to Ariza. Beverly against Parker. And Beverly kicks to Harden. 11 feet away. Another miss by Harden. Spurs trail by 3. There's the feed to Ginobili. There's Marjanovic, and there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Houston.
They really haven't backed away from running and gunning at any point, but their legs still look fresh.
The number of second chance points they've gotten is also impressive. I mean, they've kept so many possessions alive with offensive rebounds.
1:10 left here in the fourth quarter. Back to Ginobili. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. To tie it up. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
Got sloppy in a close game. You have to take advantage of every opportunity.
Last game for the Spurs. They picked up the W against Chicago. Moniunas kicks to Harden. Trying to get back on track. San Antonio with the rebound. And the wide open shot from Ginobili. He nails it, and we're tied up.
So hard to stop Ginobili right now.
40 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The dish to Howard. And stolen by Aldridge. Leonard, that's for two. Count it!
Boy, it's a scary sight when Kawhi Leonard starts lighting it up like this.
Clark, a big-time possession here.
Tell you what, their hearts have to be racing right now.
And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And you know what, Greg? Who knows? A few misses at the stripe, and they're right there within range. You know, late-game free throws are a lot different than early-game free throws in terms of making.
Duncan, he's checked in for the Spurs. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Wow, I tell you what, those free throws will give them some much-needed breathing room. Two-possession game now.
Timeout called, the Rockets. They're down by 4. 17 seconds left to play in the final quarter. .17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And so the ball's out of bounds. Ginobili touched it last. Here is Harden to stop the run, but he gets it back. To the wing right side. It's in! And that shot brings them to within just one. 6 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Now a timeout called by Houston. They're behind by 1. Just 4 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Game time now, Kevin. Down 1. They got enough time to make a couple of passes here to find the open man, but they've got to bury the shot to win the game.
Shot from the inbound. It's good!
And you could tell they had that play ready to go. Well done on the inbound.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. Guys, what's your take?
They don't have enough time here to catch and shoot. Their only hope is to try to tip it in off the
Don't
inbound.
have to isolate immediately.
It's always a difficult shot.
Ginobili, that's for 2, and he hits the shot. But hang on, guys. Hold everything. The officials may review it here. Well, they are going to replay right now to make sure he did not release it in time as the officials originally ruled. Well, they had thought they had the game already won. Now they've got their fingers crossed.
And now that we've gotten a chance to see it in slow-mo, I think the ruling has to be that he did not beat the buzzer with that shot.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the replay center in Secaucus giving us the perfect angle, and he wasn't quick enough on his release, it would appear. That extra little split second made the difference.
And the final call's been made. The original ruling was correct, and the game is over. The basket will not count.
Well, Kevin, they had to make sure he hadn't gotten it off, guys. I mean, he was just a fraction of a second late. Extremely close by a nanosecond.
So it's a narrow victory for the Rockets, pulling it out for the W. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as Clark, they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
Yep, and it might not be the way a coach would have drawn it up or wanted it to end, but these fans loved it.
And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. And now we'll head over to the studio with Ernie Johnson.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin.